The bright blue eyes of a young wild horse has me wondering how they could ever be taken from their family at such a young age. Ever since I started following these horses, I've watched them grow and seen all the changes that happen when you take them from a young age to when you take them as an older age. Well, 2013 was a year full of change in TRNP. They changed their ideas of capturing all the horses by helicopter and deciding which ones to adopt, to going and specifically picking certain horses, darting them, and taking them to pens to capture them. This was an experiment to see if it would help with the stress of the horses, and it did. It took a lot of stress off of them, and you only had to capture 1 out of maybe 10 horses instead of capturing all 10. They have had a lot of people that have argued about this, saying that taking these horses like that their families are all stressed out and that they don't have the same amount of relief of it. Well, sorry. I witnessed firsthand the difference between taking a horse younger and older. And when I say younger, I mean like 6 months to a year old. At that point, most horses are weaned off their mom and not nursing anymore. Well, before 2013, they would capture older horses between the ages of 5 all the way up to 13. And there is one story that really got to me. There was this horse that was captured, and they used to take all of the horses to auction. Well, this horse got so scared in the auction ring that it decided to try to jump out. And it did, it succeeded. It jumped out into the crowd, and people were injured, the horse was injured, and everyone's like, this horse needs to be put down, it's too dangerous, like, you can't have this horse in someone's house or anything, their home. And someone came to the back and they're like, I'll take this horse. That horse is now 10 years old. The owner's 5-year-old daughter rides him, and you would have never known that this horse was considered dangerous. These 2 horses, Bonanza and Bird, were both born last summer. Bonanza was born on July 14th and Bird was born on May 3rd. I got to witness them as just a couple weeks old, and I got to watch them grow until this March when they were captured for adoption. I was really, I don't know how to say, hurt by the fact that I really wanted to watch Bird grow up. Me and my mom had a really strong connection with her, and we had just fallen in love with her. And I'm like, Mom, we really should try to get her. And she's like, we just don't have the room right now, and you don't know how to break a wild horse. Well, if you see them wild, they look pretty happy. Well, you can't always say, oh, they're better off happy, because horses can die at such a young age out there just by accident. So sometimes it's better off to have them in captivity. This was Bird when she was adopted out. When they adopt out horses, they'll capture them, they'll take them to a pen, and then they will have them for about a week, and then they'll go for adoption on a government website. She sold for the highest bid of over $1,000. I mean, you think about it, for a wild horse that's never been tamed before, that you can't ride for a while, it's a lot of money. Well, I got to talk to this owner, and he told his mom that you have to do whatever you can to get this horse, because she looked like a spitting image of his old horse that had just passed away. I think the one thing that makes these pictures special is this was a week after she was adopted. 1 week of being handled by her new owners. She was dewormed, brushed out, given her shots, and he already had her on a lead rope walking around. And I guess this really is something amazing, because I have a 2-year-old horse at home that we could barely give her shots right now, because she's been handled her whole life and she still is jumpier than this horse that's been handled for a week. And I just think it just shows how diverse these horses are, as far as some take so much longer, but then you also have horses like this that within a week they're amazing. The next one is Bonanza. Another reason I put him on here is because he was one that was a lot more skittish when they had captured him. A lot of people thought, oh, he's going to be definitely one of the harder ones to adopt out, just the way that he's been in the park. He's not seen a lot of people kind of thing. This was just 2 weeks after he was adopted. And usually, like Bird, they get along better with older people. That's because they don't move around, they're not as spooky. But to see a horse that isn't even a year old let kids come up and pet him when he's only been captured and domesticated for 2 weeks, I think that's pretty amazing as far as them showing how amazing they can be. The wild horses of TRNP are far too underappreciated and deserve more respect and care when it comes to taking them from their family. These horses will forever have my heart, and I hope that one day I will be able to own one of them for myself.